Okay, so I know it's been a while, but we are back, and now today I am really excited to teach you a little bit about QR codes. QR codes have been around for quite a while, and really they had their rise in popularity, and then they died off a little bit, but now in our current post-pandemic world, or living pandemic world, QR codes have made a crazy comeback. They're kind of like Zoom. They are there, and they are there to stay. So some of you might have been wondering, like, how can I incorporate QR codes into my business? Or if you weren't wondering that, you will be after this video. No, you won't be wondering, you will know. So we're gonna go over today what QR codes are, how to set them up, and really creative ways to use them. Okay, ready? Let's get started. So Pickle Peeps, QR codes are really cool. What is it? It's this thingy right here. This is how I am currently using them. So it is this wonky digital in a square. You've seen them before, I'm sure. And what it is code. So you scan the QR code with your phone and it will take an action. Now, what's the most common action usually to be done with these? It's to go to a specific website. So like what things you can do, you can go to websites, you can do like V-card information. If you wanted to put contact information on a business card, you could do that. You can do SMS signups. You can make it so it's a phone number and people can call stuff. What it is basically is it's taking the action of typing something out and condensing it down to really taking a picture, because like everybody's really busy and at the same time really lazy in the current world. So QR codes allow us to just to condense actions, and it's really great because people get curious as well. Like if you see a phone number, call me at blah 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 blah, visit my website at blah 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 blah, you know what's going to happen. But if you see a QR code, there's a little bit of curiosity. You're like, what is that? I wonder. And anytime we can pique curiosity, it's awesome for us and for our customers, right? Okay, so what are a couple of ways that you guys could use your QR codes? The way I use them most is for websites. So if you wanted to tell people to maybe sign up for your email list, you could make a QR code that goes to the website of your sign up form. If you want people to follow you on social media, you could do a QR code that takes them straight to your certain social media page. If you had a whole list of things you want people to do, or an about you section, or something like that, you could do a QR code that goes to that page. I have this one right here on this is actually my inserts envelope. So inside of this goes out in all of my orders. People have, there's business cards, there's a thank you card, there's a snap and share card. This is something that I've incorporated where it tells people, hey, you love it, you love your jewelry, take a picture and share it in the group, which is linked on there. But you know what? No one does it. No one wants to click or type out the link for that in there. So I'll be honest, I was inspired for this by Russell Brunson when I got, this is the Secrets books trilogy, which is absolutely fantastic. I highly, highly recommend for anyone in business, especially operating online or in person, doesn't matter on some of them. You definitely want to be reading these books. They're amazing. If you need a link to them, let me know. I'll get that for you. But you see right here on the packaging next to it, it has this QR code. Now this one in particular takes you to a welcome video by Russell, kind of talking about what you're going to get in the package. And I thought that was so cool. So I decided I need to have QR codes on my packaging. And I didn't want to put it on the box itself, so I put it on the insert envelope. Because they get their receipt in here, and it's cool. So they get all their box jewelry, and they get one of these. Let's start now, all right? You guys got some good ideas? So, let's go to the computer! I need like a Batman action. I need to spin the screen. Okay, so right now we are on QR code generator. So it's goqr.me. And this is the site, it's one of the easiest ones that I found to generate QR codes. So before we get started, we're going to need one thing, and that is the URL to wherever you are sending people. So what I'm going to do for this one in particular is I'm going to set it up for the Handmade How YouTube channel. All right. So we're going to go right here. We're going to select the type that you want. For these, we're doing URL, which is the globe world thingy right here. And you can see we have our website. So I'm going to set this up so it directs to my YouTube channel, which is the Handmade How. So right now I just have a regular domain redirect going on. So we're going to put this in for thehandmadehow.com. And we're simply going to do whatever your website is. If you're doing your EE Pearl link, if you're doing like to a discount code, if you're doing to a social media, if you're doing to your website, I don't care. Whatever you're doing, if you're doing it for an event, I don't care. But whatever your website is, your URL, you're going to type that right in here. And then you are going to click download. Now it's going to give you some options. So you can see up here, the first thing is error correction code. Going to leave that at L. So what the error correction code has to do with is kind of like the block and space in between. You see like all of the black versus white splotches. So if you use any of the other ones, they have other options on here. It's just there's a chance for reader error. So we're going to keep it at recommended L. Now in this case, you can also change your foreground and background color. So you can see our foreground is black, the 6 zeros, and then our background is white. Now you can absolutely change this color if you want to. However, make sure that you have extremely high contrast between your foreground and your background, okay? You want to make sure it is super high contrast. One of the easiest ways for QR codes to get misread or to have errors is if there is not a lot of contrast in between the colors. So like, don't do a light color, don't do a pale color, don't do a pastel color, don't make it yellow. I really recommend keeping it black and white and then adding other stuff to make it other stuff if you want to incorporate other colors. All right, so border 1. Now you can download as an SVG or an EPS if you are doing, like if you're going to be putting this on clothing or something interesting like that, then those are great. Otherwise you can go with a PNG or a JPEG. Now I'm going to move this size over all the way to 1000 because I want the highest resolution on here that I can. And I'm going to download this as a PNG. Usually I love JPEG images, but PNGs are just a little bit better quality than a JPEG. So let's go ahead and put this in here for... So at this point, you can name your QR code whatever you want. Handmade How QR code. And save, and then I'll download. Okay? And then fun stuff starts. Because now you have your code. Now you can do whatever you want with it. So what we are going to do right now is we are going to create, I guess, I'm thinking about an Instagram image. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here to Canva. I'm going to create an Instagram post. I do not have this preset, so we're going to have a little bit of fun. And let's see. You guys can see I have all these great folders in here. I know I have one for Handmade How, or Pickle Peeps. Where is it? Pickle Peeps. Where I have all of our really cool green background things. So like, I'm liking that one. Yeah, I'm thinking that's pretty good. All right, so I have a great background. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a box element on it. I'm going to make that white. I want it centered, but a little bit low. Okay, so I have my white square here on the screen. And now I'm going to upload and put my QR code here, and I'm going to create it as a layer. So I'm going to come up to uploads, upload media, device. Okay, it's uploading. Give it a second. Here we go. So now we have our QR code. I'm going to drag it and put it right here over top of my white box. Remember, I want to keep this contrast. So if I move this up, oh, okay, so it has a white background, but I still want to keep that contrast. So I have now my big QR code. I'm actually going to group it with my white because I want to keep. So I'm going to click on one, hold the shift key, click on the other one, and click group. So now if I move them, they move together. Bring it down a little bit. Boom. And let's add some text. Add a heading. I'm going to go ahead. Use one of our branded fonts. get the latest trainings from our YouTube channel. So, okay. So that's pretty good. I'm going to take this text. I like my line height to be closer together, especially with a font like this. I'm going to make it bigger. Okay. I think I want the text even closer together. So I'm going to come up here to, you see where the arrows are, and let's go down to 0.9. This font like has a lot of space in it naturally. Let's go 0.8. Okay, there we go. It's trainings from our YouTube channel. Ba-boom. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, that might be a little bit too big. Shrink it down a smidge. Nice and centered. Okay. And how about we throw some arrows on there too? So let's grab some arrows. I tend to really like curvy arrows. Here we go. That's the one that I like. And let's make it like bright pickle green. Or even better, we can put blue. Let's do red, contrast it. Boom. And I'm going to shrink it down a little bit. I don't want it overlapping with any of the boxes on here because then it might mess up the QR code. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Centered. Boom. I'm going to take this. I'm going to duplicate it by hitting the copy button there. And then I'm going to flip it, not horizontally, vertically. I always forget that one. Rotating. Boom. And since this is going to a YouTube channel, why don't we go ahead and put a YouTube logo on it? So let's put like a play button or something. Let's search YouTube. Here we go. Nice, good play button. Boom. And we have a post. Is it the best post ever? No. Is it going to work? Absolutely. But more so, you get the idea about the QR code. Now, my other ones that I do that I print out and put on envelopes, I literally took that QR code and I dropped it onto an Avery sheet. Ta-da! You can see how these are. This is, ooh, hold it up, right side up. These are, I think, 2x2 squares, and it's Avery template 22805, whatever. I went to Staples when they were on sale, and I grabbed, I think 600 came in a pack, so that'll last me a little bit. But you can see right there, and that for these ones, I just have literally a frame around it that's in my branded blue. So you don't have to make these complicated at all. But hopefully this gives you an idea of how you can use it. You can put it on your Facebook banners for your coupon code. You can put it in any social media you want. You can put it on printable stuff. If you want to do inserts telling people to take a specific action, go ahead and use a QR code for it. You might get a higher reaction. So I mentioned before that I have my snap and share photo, my insert card, right? And it's so pretty. And I put it in and I was all excited and I'm sending out orders, and you know what? It's crickets. Nobody is posting photos. Like the occasional person's posting photos. I change out to this with a QR code, and my little note next to it says, "Make your life epic," which is one of my taglines. And scan the QR code with your phone. So I'm telling people exactly what to do. Oftentimes you have to tell people exactly what to do. So I have scan your QR code with your phone for a personal message from Melissa. Now, this one right here leads to a page on my website where I have a couple of different actions I can have people take. So it's all dependent on what you want people to do. I knew I was going to be printing 600 of these, so I didn't necessarily want to do it to a static page that I can't change, so I did it to a page on my website, but there we go. So, ta-da! What do you guys think? Actually, let me see. Maybe I don't like that one. What is this one? Ooh, I like that one even better. Ooh, so let's say get the latest trainings. How about let's make it even better. Get the latest Pickle Peep trainings. How about Pickle Peep updates? Now I can make that a little bit bigger. And oh, I love how that funnels down. We have that nice cone shape. It's drawing your eye down YouTube, and boom, we have our code. Ta-da! All right, I love it. Okay, so as soon as I get some social media set up, like this would be set for an Instagram, or I think we have a page. Yes, we do have a page, so oh wow, I forgot. So I'll get this put up on our Facebook page to link people, send them to YouTube. I'll set up a banner the same way. All right, so once you have your code, you can do whatever you want with it, and it's awesome. All right, there we go. So Pickle Peep, go ahead. Let me know in the comments below what you are going to do with your QR code now that you know how to do them, and hopefully you've been inspired a little bit. While you're down there, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing tips. I know today's Thursday, but we're going to be doing tips every Tuesday moving forward. So we're going to be having Tip Tuesday, and I think we're going to do something maybe called Think About It Thursday. So we shall see if you guys like that or not, and I'm excited to get that kicked off next week. So until then, I'll see you on Tuesday, peeps. Bye!